So, very good evening everyone. So, give me 5 minutes so we can start the session. So, first of all, very good evening to everyone. So, today workshop we are going to conduct on Big Data Analytics on behalf of Thapar Institute of Engineering Technology, and it was conducted with the platform pantechelearning on the behalf of conveyor Dr. Souvik Ganguly. Souvik Ganguly. Thank you so much, sir, for conducting this beautiful workshop. So this is a platform. The Pantech e-learning is a platform which is used for, helping for many students to grow up their skills and to also establish their creative ideas. It have Pantech having 4 branches like Coimbatore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Vijayawada, and etc. So not only the small projects or workshops and etc. It is also involved in whatever the creative ideas the students are having. And today we are going to learn something on behalf of the college Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology with the Pantech e-learning. We are going to learn about big data analytics. What is big data and what we are going to learn, and what is the scope we are having in the future for the big data. So, can we start the session? Is my voice is audible, and can we start the session? Hi Shruti, good afternoon everyone. Hello Mukesh, good afternoon. Rahul, good evening Rahul. Kapil Gupta, good evening. Lakshmi, good evening. Soumya Sri, yes. Good evening ma. So, can we start the session? Only 30 people are there. Can we start or can we wait for some people to join? Hi David. So everyone, so I am going to start the session. So first of all, dealing with the big data analytics, we have to know what is the big data and what purpose we are going to use. So big data. Big data is nothing but what the data we are having in the large standard. So this data is also used in the comparing with the data sciences also. Data science, data analytics and all the things will be combination of the big data. So basically the data science is the study of data analytics by the advanced technology which dealing with the machine learning, artificial intelligence and big data. So big data is nothing but whatever the data we are going to take. So can anyone say me the what is a data? So what is a data? Can anyone answer me what is a data? So I am expecting some answers from the students. So can anyone answer me what is a data? Okay, anyhow, data is nothing but what the information or the combination or collection of information what we are giving to the system. That is called as data. The data can be stored in the different forms like Excel, Word, document, images and etc. So this data we are storing the data in the huge amount. The process it processes a huge amount of structured or semi-structured or unstructured data to extract insight meaning from which one pattern or can be designed or etc. Yes, very good Nagavamshi. A large collection of data what we are having, or is Harish also very good collection of information, and and Soumya also very good information. So the collection of information is called as data. Same like that, the how much collection of data, the large collection of data is called as big data. And the data, whatever the large data we are having, that can be structured in three forms. That can be classified into the three forms, that is structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. Structured data is nothing but it can be categorized into input data and output data. Both data will be there. Semi-structured data means, for example, we are having some quantity of data which has some output, but some quantity of data we are not having the output. We are going to get the output by different applying the algorithms. That is called as semi-structured data. And coming to the unstructured data is nothing but there is no proper output for the data, only the input data. Like for example, we have to find out the whole class strength top marked student. So for that top marked student, what the requirement of data we are need? For example, serial number or name, or what the like roll numbers or subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, like all the collection of all the subject marks only we can find what is the actual top ranker who is in the class. So like that we should need, for example, we in the class means we can calculate, and the human beings who are having the who can able to grasp the things and remember things, right, human beings. So here the system will not be having the power to remember, or it can't be able to analyze or able to do the task like calculations and etc. without any proper function or proper instruction. See, human beings, when we got some application, so and so, like for example 2 plus 3, then we are going to add that one. Plus means we should add, we will get the, remember that we have learned something in the UKGs or kindergartens, then we will know that. So this is the addition we have to do, but system does not know. System is not having the UKGs and kindergartens, no. So we have to train the system, and for the training purpose of system, it should consist of input data and also output data. So for that purpose, we are giving some input data like so and so input data, so and so name of the student, class of the student, and like a roll number of the student, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, and also what is the total mark. So when we give the data to the system, it will analyze the data, it will check the data, and it will train with some algorithms. What does the algorithm mean? Can anyone say me that what does the algorithm mean? So can anyone? So anyhow, algorithm is nothing but the step-by-step process what we are giving to the system to check the data and to remember the data and to give the proper output for the data. Here comes the what is the big data. So big data is the term used for such huge collection of the data that requires technology services to be stored out, and managing this data into the traditional on-hand management techniques will also be ineffectual. So here the large data is going to collect the information, like for example which can be stored in the Google. So take the example of Google. We are going to search something in the Google, then it will be automatically it is going to take the random numbers or take the what are the similarities what we have searched, and it will go to their database and it will search there and it will give us the output. So the information which stored in the database is a large one, because whatever the question we post to the Google, like whatever the silly question we post to the Google, it will be automatically replaced. So that collection of data which can store and which can give the decision to our technologies based upon different technologies or based upon different domains is called as big data. And here the history of the big data. So history, it was started in 2002 by Don Cutting and Mark Kaffel. So these two people was started working in the net. It was they started this big data analysis and big data development, how to analyze the data and how to get out from the large storing devices, because nowadays we have different disks to store some data, but it can't reply. Like for example, we will be storing the data only, but when we want to open it, we can click on it, it will be open, but it won't react. So the developer thought that the person or the system or the robot should be reacted to the whole the data what it can show, because the human beings has the memory loss, like they can't remember long time the what the content they are having. It should be stored in some whatever the sources we are having. So for example, we can store in the GB and so and so things, hard disk and so on things. How long we will be stored the data? It can't be useful. Who can know the data was stored in so and so thing, only they can be useful. But some other people it should be helpful who don't know us. That means it can't be possible, right? So by this process they have started their research and they have started their development on 2002, and in 2003 Google has published GFS and map reduce papers. That means Google has came forward for taking the data and also collecting the information regarding the papers, and it has stored the data, and it have came that whatever the information we are going to give and search engines came to existence. Okay, then coming to the next one, and in 2004 the development there it was started, and in 2004 it was came into the DFS is nothing but whatever the input we are giving in the Google search, no, that is GFS, Google interface. And here DFS is nothing but not only the Google interface, where we can search also, we can be taking it, where we can search also, it will give us the output. The term data science, like the term big data is first started in 1974, and it was first named by Peter Nork. He was named it has big data by the Peter Nork. Then it was led the foundation in the Notch, and it was started with the two people, the developer, and it was slowly like in 2006 Yahoo also adopted the big data for storing the information and taking the researches and etc. searches and etc. And 2007 Enquiry terms converts the 4 TB of images achieves and over, like whatever the images we are having, So the Excel or the data, whatever the document we are having, we can store in the small data, but the images will be having the more number of GB and MBs we are having. So that can be also possible that the in 2007 9y times also NY times also converted the 4 TB into the images, and so thing was done with the help of the big data. And in 2008, Facebook launches the Hive, and SQL supports the Hoop. So Hadoop administration and also Facebook administration, what they have done means they have whatever the coding languages. SQL is a coding language which can analyze the single terminologies of the strings. In that format, Facebook was launched the Hive, that Facebook will analyze the whatever the words, like whatever the input we are giving to the system. It should analyze what is the positive words, or what is the hatred words, or what is the unoffensive words as we are having. So this was implemented in the 2008, and also Yahoo was also implemented some notes of it converted the sorts TB in 3.5 minutes. Fastest conversion was done, fastest data was converted into the fastest data, large data was converted in the minutes. In 2008 it was done, and Cloud Era also founded with the help. Cloud Era means, what is the cloud? Cloud means which can store some data, and which can also not only storing the data, which can also gives the information, whatever the data we want or whatever the data we access. See one example of WhatsApp. So when you send one WhatsApp message to your friend, but he is not in online, so the message is sent, but it will be stored in the cloud. When the person will be coming to the online, the cloud will be transferred to the cloud. Whatever the message it was stored in the cloud, it will be reached to the person. So that is Cloud Era, and it was founded in 2008. It was started, led the foundation in 2008, and in 2009 Doug Curtin joined in the Cloud Era. It was the foundation, and Huduk Summit 2009 750 attendance was there. Attendees means they believe that the large data, and see, when we are developing something, when we are developing some technology or development of some languages, starting people will not believe that what is going on, or what is the truths of that, what is the faults of that, what is the benefits of that. So slowly this Mackel and also Don Cutting, they two people was led the foundation from 2002, and they have successfully kept the 750 attendees, 750 employees in 2019 for the Cloud Era. And it was slowly started its foundation, and now the big data is the trending technology which deals with the different domains like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and etc. Now coming to the big data, we have completed now the introduction part, history of the big data. Now coming to the 6 V's of the big data. What are the 6 V's of big data? So we are having the terminologies of big data. We are having some basic terminologies of big data, that are volume, variety, velocity, veracity, value, and vulnerability. So these are the 3 types of V's we are having. So the first one is volume, what the amount of the data from the varied sources, what the input we are giving to the system. So it should take in large data, large amount of data in the different forms of data. It should take in. So that is main important feature. Big data is a collection of different data, various sources, and 3 volumes and 4 volumes. Mainly the 3 volumes will be there, 3 V's will be there. The 3 V's are called as volume, veracity, variety, and velocity. These are the 3 main volumes we are having. That extra other 3 are the new volumes, which is secondary volumes, which are secondary V's. And over time, and the other V's has been added. So these 3 V's are added. But first 3 V's is volume, variety, and velocity. Volume is nothing but the amount of data from the varied sources. So what the input we are giving to the system, that should be accepted and analyzed or checked or take into the system or any robot, is called as volume. And coming to the variety, the types of data which we are having, like what type of data, as I told you, structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. So structured data means we will be having the both input data and output data, and semi-structured data means we are having the partial input data and partial output data. Like only the, for example, consider the Excel sheet is equals to 100% of information, only the 50% of information will be having the input and output, and remaining 50% of data will be having the only input data. So we are going to predict, like we are going to estimate what is the output which we are going to get for the remaining 50% of data, that is semi-structured data. And coming to the next one, unstructured data. Unstructured data is nothing but whatever the input is consistent, but output the algorithm is going to predict. This is the second V of big data, that is variety. And coming to the velocity, it is the third V of the big data. Velocity is a measure of temporary volume of data. We will be collecting the value of data temporarily, like it will be saying that how many rows and columns are there, like that. So big data is rapidly changing, therefore we need to process the structured and unstructured streams quickly to take advantages. So here in the velocity we will be dealing with the real-time data like market, customer information and etc. Excuse me. Velocity includes the condition that you need to process your data within minutes or seconds to get the result you are looking for. So whatever the large data or what you give to them, that it will be generated, it will be say within seconds or within minutes of the time it will be analyzed and it will give us the output, that is velocity. And you can see the differences between volume, variety and velocity. Volume means it will be checking the data volume, how much volume of the data in the different streams, and variety, what is the type of the data, and velocity, what is in the what time or what duration we can convert into the output. And coming to the next one, veracity. Veracity is shows the quality and origin of data, allows it to the consideration. So whatever the quantity is volume, okay. Quality means the degree which big data is going to trust. For example, we are going to take rough data, we want to check something, we want to conduct some information or conduct some research on particular problem. So we will take some rough data, like we will create Google forms, some unwanted columns will be there, some wanted columns will be there. So that data should be cleaned or should be pre-processed. So proper data should be there. That proper data or proper input data, pure data is called as veracity. It will check for the quality and where the data is going to, where we have generated the data, and also in short the truth and the authenticity of the data. So it will check for the data, the information which is provided is trustable or not trustable, it will be checked. By showing the veracity of your data, you can show that you have taken a critical look at it. So it will check properly, that is called as veracity. And coming to the value is nothing but we are going to we are going to check what, for example, the enriched database is there. For example, postal card area, postcard number, pin card number will be there. So that data it is already stored in the Google Maps. When we go to Google Maps and we don't know the area of the pin code and we want to search the pin code, it is automatically generates the pin code. So this type of large data will be targeted, like for example particular selection means we are going to select only this thing, like pin code means what type of pin code it won't ask that what type of pin code and so thing. It directly leads to the similarities and it will check the data. So volume is nothing but the business volume of the data is collected, how much value it was collected and what the exact information it is going to give for the searcher or browser is going to search for it. And coming to the variability is nothing but the way in which the big data can be used for the formatting. Like for example, take the newspaper subscription. like an internet subscription. We will be having a number of newspaper subscriptions or internet subscriptions and etc. If you offer this if you offer any offers or anything, then the subscriptions will be increased, or then the subscribers will be increased. So then many people will be choose for the internet subscription or a newspaper subscription. So this is nothing but the type of marketing or the type of data we are going to we are going to highlight our detailed information which we are going to share to the people or the share to the world. That is variability. These are the 6 types of V's of the big data we are having. First one is volume, second one is variety, and third one is velocity, and fourth one is veracity, and fifth one is volume, value, and sixth one is variability. And coming to the next one, sources of big data, where we can see these different types of big data and what it consists of. So the various sources are social networking sites. Social networking sites like Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and other sites generate huge amount of data. It will, like, take the example of LinkedIn. We will upload number times of our resumes. They will be having different companies, and when we will be seeing lot of companies, lot of notification will be getting. So lot of business and marketing will be done in the LinkedIn. It can generate a lot of information. Every day they will generate huge amounts of data, as they have the billions and millions of the users worldwide. So now taking the Facebook also, we have a number of users. Nowadays so many people are using Instagram, WhatsApp, but long ago, previously, the decades, years, number of people, the single people who don't have Facebook also, we will not having. Everyone will be having the Facebooks and etc. And this is the social network which can store all the information. Facebook and Google, Facebook will be storing our personal information also. We will post, we will share the post, and so many people we will be seeing for someone to like the post. No? It can be done. And coming to the next one, e-commerce site. E-commerce site means like Amazon, Flipkart, and etc. Comparing with the social network, e-commerce site will be storing the less information, like whatever the clothes we are having, like where it can be bought and etc. So different types of clothes means it is structured, like only the of your, for example, category of women's clothes or like men clothes will be there, means that particular category only it will be. So some particular sites will be there only for the men or only for the women, it will be same. So it can also store different type of data. Here the images will be stored, the different type of images. The logs can be analyzed and user buying the trends can be traced. So what is the it can also see if some recommendations will be coming in our WhatsApp, and also Google, what to say, when we are going to see, for example, when we want to when we are calling someone, the Truecaller will be showing some ads, and some ads will be showing some different what we have searched recently. So the search recently will be always connected. We will allow all the permissions and locations, permissions, what the access and everything we will allow when we install some apps. So what we are going to search in the Amazon, it will analyze that who is searching this product more times, or like how many people they are going to search this product. So based upon this, what is the trending product or trending product or trending dress or trending anything will be can be seen by the e-commerce site also. And we can see the weather stations and satellites gives huge data which are stored and manipulated to the weather forecasting. So in the phones with sensors and etc., we will be having the different temperature zones and different weather forecasting will be there in the phones, right? Same like that, in the weather stations we will be having different sensors. Based upon that sensor, it will be going to predict that so and so weather is going to come, so when the climate changes are going to come, we have to look forward for the climate changes. It will be announced. So if the announcement or if the records, like whatever the, for example, the weather station was announced today is cloudy or today is rainy, it is announced, but it will be storing the data. Yes, it will store the data. So that data and satellites give information. For example, we will take from the satellite images, Mars images and etc. Right? That information will be also completely stored, and it can be stored in the it can be stored in the huge GB and MB formats. Okay. And coming to the telecom companies. Telecom companies like Airtel, Vodafone will be having. So it can be stored. The contacts is what the contacts is we are storing in the phones or SIMs. We will be having some option that we want to store in the SIM or we want to store in the phone, right? So we will be selecting phone or SIM and etc. It can store the data, and it can also record the what the calls we are going to do, what is the incoming call and what is the outgoing call, what the message you do, and how the network is how the data is going to consume and etc. This plans also publishing their plans and etc. will be also stored. So for nowadays, who is not using any phone, only using the letters? No one is there. No one. For communication, we are using digital processing more and more. So for that, first of all, phones are in everyone's hand. Sims are less, but phones are in everyone's hand. Sims in every one home it is there. SIM, at least one SIM also it is there. So like means all the people in the world they are habituated to the telecom companies. So it can store large data. And sharing the share markets like stock changes, census changes and etc. It can also be generate the big data. This data transactions like bank transactions, any online payments, anything can be shared in the share markets. These are the few applications we can store the data. We can use the big data in different formats. And here we are going to see the use cases. Use cases is nothing but for what purpose mainly these are benefits of the big data. An e-commerce and XYZ having 100 millions of users want to offer a gift voucher $100. So for the first 10 customers, okay, and it spends previous years. So for the first 10 customers it is going to stop only $100, okay, but it is gaining 100 millions users, and they want to find the buying friends of these customers so that company can suggest more items related to them. So this is the technique. Like for example, it is going to store the customer details, and it is going to offer the customer some input, some voucher gift, and it is also gaining by using this offers and etc. It is also gaining some users to it. Means that like only not only it is the big data is mainly used for the organizations, institutions and large companies and etc. Because the small companies also it can be used for publishing, for promoting and etc. But large companies also it can be. So small data to the large data it can store, and based upon the data what it is going to store, it can explore the entire world by different sources. And what we are going to have the issues based upon the big data technology, huge amount of unstructured data need to be stored, processed and analyzed. For example, we have the structured data, input is there, output is there, means we can store the data easily, we can analyze the data easily, we can get the output easily. But coming to the unstructured data, we are only having the input data, but we don't have the output data. So that should be first analyzed with the algorithm. Then we have to see the similarities. What is suitable? The algorithm want to check for the similarities. What is suitable for the input which are given, and it have to give the output. So this is the main problem which we are facing with the big data, with the only the unstructured data. And coming to the next slide, data processing, like big data processing. What are the steps we can do? We can take the analysis part. First, we need to store the data. For a huge amount of data, Hadoop uses Hadoop HDFS. HDFS means Hadoop's distribution file system. That can store the large amount of data which can be in lakhs and millions of information. It uses commodity hardware to form clusters and store the data in distribution fashion. Like for example, we have three types of vegetables: mango, apple and banana. We are having these three types of with three shapes. And also apple can be eaten on raw eaten apple, banana should be eaten peel off, and mango we can use in both peel off and raw eaten. So these three types of fruits are there. Now these three types of fruits information we are giving to the system. Like that we are going to give the system n number of clusters. Clusters is nothing but the different types of items is called as clusters. So we are giving to the system, it will be based upon the similarities, based upon the hardware commodities. It will analyze and it will segregate what the item is related to the what. Okay, then coming to the next one, processing. So we have collected the data now. We know what is the input and we know what is the output. But system want to reply automatically because hundreds of data means we can analyze and we can give output. Humans can analyze and humans can give output. But lacks information, we can't give output, right? So for that purpose only here we are going to train the system and get us the output. And next one, coming to the processing. So we are going to take the processing step, means we are going to figure out what is the logic behind the input data and output data. So what we are going to apply. So it is going to figure out what is the effective. For example, we are going to find out the who is going to score the highest marks in the class. For that what we needed: name, roll number, class, section, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. But what is the main role it plays? Subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 plays the main role in the completion of the project, completion of the problem statement. So like that it will be figure out what is the main logic we are having in the system. And next one, analysis. Analysis means here pig, hive can be used for analyzing the data, checking the data. It is the proper input data or not in the proper output data we will be checking. And if the proper output data is there, then with the combination of different domains we are going to analyze. Remember, give the power to the system that to remember the data and give us the output. And coming to the cost, Hadoop is an open source, so there is no more cost issues. There is no any cost issues. So it is an open source system. We can access through the anywhere and anytime and any place. So there is no issue of the cost issue. And coming to the benefits of big data. So what are the benefits of big data we are having? So big data is having so many like examples, so many benefits we are having. So first one is market knowledge. So based upon the big data we can use in the markets and we can gain so much profits and etc. by promoting and employing, by promotions, by doing different ads activities and etc. And it can be also used for the recruitment of the employees. Like LinkedIn is the best example. So we will be uploading whatever the resumes we will be applying who are in need of jobs. No, then the persons, the not only job appliers, there will be also having the there will be also having the recruiters who are HRs and etc. will be also there in the LinkedIn. So that persons will be selecting who is similar to the person who all the resumes what has uploaded, the person will not analyze. They will be keeping some keywords. Based upon that keywords, it will be selecting the system will be selecting the resume and it will be shortlisted. Like that it will be used for. And here also big data only plays role because the lot of resumes will be there. And coming to the next one, improve strategy and pricing. Improve strategy and pricing means we are going to see the census, stock markets and etc. will be there. So based upon that, today what is the price of the some product, tomorrow it will be increased based upon the demand of the product, and tomorrow it may also decrease based upon the demand of the product we can see. and increase of the efficiency. Whatever the improvement, whatever the data we are going to store, we can change the efficiency, like we can store the data in minutes and seconds by using some toolkits. And controlling the online reputation, so it can also control, like for example, now we are going to saying the classes in the YouTube channel. That means this data is going to store in the YouTube, and that data is going to give some information. So it is going to stream the video to see or to visible for you people. It can also controls the reputation in the format. And focus on the local clients needed. So whatever the clients which we needed, like it is similar to the LinkedIn only. For example, I need only the BTech people, so it only selects the particular BTech people we are having. Okay, like that, it only focus on the main what we required. And new product development, it can be also used for the development of new product, like giving the inquiries, like I need so and so information, like we will search and we will generate, we will research. So based upon the development of the new product also we will be there. And time reduction, so time reduction, large data is going to stored in the minutes and seconds only, then obviously the time reduction which we are going to do or which we are going to research on data will be less. And coming to the cost saving, so obviously what the toolkits we are using for that analysis of big data and applying of different algorithms, that are completely open sources. So then we will be having the cost is very less. Increased sales, so by using this we can also figure out based upon the stock market what is the increase of a company, which is company is going to high for the next month or next day or next second. This will be going on. These are the few benefits which we are having for the big data. And coming to the real-time projects which we are having with the big data, that are Facebook, WhatsApp, online shopping, smartphones, emails, cloud computing, sensors, log files, media, Twitter and YouTube. These are the real-time applications which we can store the data in the large amounts, and which it gives some it gives the output very efficiently. So when we click on the YouTube also, it will show the whatever the searches we are having, it show the multiple searches. Not only the single search, it will show multiple searches what is related to what you have searched. Same like emails also. Emails, whatever the email it is we are going to receive, it is ready to save the mails. Smartphones, we are storing in the GBs, right? We are upgrading the GB regularly, like we are upgrading the GBs, storing of the capacity of smartphones day by day. And also online shoppings. So online shoppings we will be having different formats, different clothing formats, as I told you. Sensors and cloud computing. Sensors, it is going to predict the weather forecastings, and it will give some outputs, and it can also store the data. And cloud computing is the information based upon the Facebook, WhatsApp, online, smarts, YouTube, Twitter, media, everything it is going to store the data, clouds. So these are the real-time applications which we are having. And the companies who is affording, who is paying for the big data analyst, that are the Atom, Citrus and Exotel, Gumshop, Paytm and Payubase, Mstopoyo and Payu Money. These are the companies, Barbecue, Bookmyshoto. These are the companies which are affecting, which are affording the hires, which are giving the hiring for the big data analyst. And here next one. So these are the companies which we are having. So coming to the how we are applying with the different new technologies, like I have already given some examples like YouTube and etc. No, first what we are going to do means, first we will going to give the data, give the information for the system, and then it is going to analyze the data, and then afterwards it is going to show in the graphical representation to understand for the system, and then we will apply with the different algorithms. That algorithms may be depend upon the deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and etc. We can also, by using big data, we can also learn to the robots, systems, and etc. And here we are going to end the session. So I hope everyone have gained some knowledge or gained some information. So now you are having, if you are having any doubts or any clarifications or anything, please pin me in YouTube so that I can answer to the persons. So anyone is having any, so sharing the PPT, I will share to the PPT to the college conveyors, so they will be sharing to you. And any more doubts or any more information you required. So you need any information, like for example, if you need any projects, workshops, and anything. You need any information from our company, please contact you the numbers which are displaying on the screen. For Chennai, you can contact to the number 9255 and for Hyderabad you can contact to the last number 482 or 483, and Coimbatore 487, and online you can contact to 8925553485. These are the phone numbers you can contact. You can contact through call, and also you can contact to the WhatsApp. We can be answerable. If we are not able to lift the calls, you just pin us in the WhatsApp so we can see the messages and update you what the requirement you want. Okay. And once again, very thankful to the college, the Thapar Institute of Technology, Engineering and Technology. So we are very glad to conduct this workshop, and each and every student and also lecturers and also teachers who are participating patiently in this workshop, we are very thankful, and also making this section very wonderful and successful. Thank you everyone once again. Have a good day.